This is how to sow and grow Mangelwurzels. Now this might be a completely new vegetable to you, but once you've grown it once, you'll wonder why you never had it in your life before. Now Mangelwurzels sit somewhere between an absolutely gigantic beetroot and a sugar beet. Now this means that they have the same kind of flavour as a beetroot, but a bit less earthy, and they're much sweeter, a bit more like a sugar beet. And they're grown in a very similar way to beetroot, but because of their size, they have to be sown in a slightly different way. Now Mangelwurzels are best sown in a module tray. You're going to get your module tray and you're going to make a little depression in every single module with your finger. And then you're going to take your Mangelwurzel seed, which looks exactly like beetroot seed. You really couldn't tell them apart. And you're going to put just one seed in every single depression. Now with beetroot, we would usually recommend that you multi-sow it, but with Mangelwurzels, you really want to make sure that you just have the one in every single module tray. And that is because of the size that they're going to get to. They need more space to grow. Once you've got a seed in every depression, take a little bit more compost and just sprinkle it across the top so that the seeds are all buried. You don't need them to be very deep. And then once all your seeds are sown, give them a really good water. Now your other option is that you sow them in place, which is absolutely fine. You can sow them where you want them to grow. What you want to do though is just bear in mind the size of the final plant, and therefore you're going to want to really spread your sowing out. You're going to want to aim for around 30 centimetres between each of your plants. Now Mangelwurzels don't need masses of extra heat in order to germinate, but if you have got somewhere a little bit warm that you can put them, it will speed up the process. And they should be up between 2 and 3 weeks. So you're going to want to start these around about 4 weeks before you want to plant them out. These plants are frost hardy, so you can plant them out before the last frost date. But while they're very small, they're a little bit more tender. So if you're going to get a hard frost, maybe think about adding a little bit of protection to those seedlings. And when you're planting out, just like when you're sowing direct, you're going to want to give the plants plenty of room to grow. So you're going to want to aim between about 30 to 40 even centimetres between plants. Now for the tenderest roots, if you're cooking with them, you're going to want to harvest them around the size of a human head. If you are fermenting them or you're making wine, you can let them get full sized. The leaves at the top can be harvested just like chard and will give you loads all the way through the season. And the beauty of these plants are, once they're mature, they are very, very cold tolerant. So you don't need to harvest all of these in autumn. You can leave them to continue to grow where they are and just harvest them gradually through winter as required. You just want to make sure that you've harvested all of them by around the end of February the following year. Now these are biennial plants. They do their growing in the first year, and in the second year they want to flower and set seed, and they'll start that process in March. But if you've harvested everything in February, you should be absolutely fine. And these are absolutely delicious. We absolutely love them in a Mangelwurzel tatin. It's delicious. Or if you want to try something a little bit more adventurous, we have a recipe for Mangelwurzel wine on our website. And if you want to check out our Mangelwurzel seed, head over to shegrowsveg.com.